The 2024 Faroese season is rapidly approaching and there's plenty of transfer activity and previews to be done, but that's still a month away. Before then, we need to talk Nations League. Even though the current edition hasn't quite finished yet, there's still the small matter of the relegation playoffs between Gibraltar and Lithuania to deal with. Even so, the 2024-25 Nations League has been drawn. The last edition was the Faroe Islands' first venture into Group C, and with 8 points from 6 games we finished a noble third, condemning Lithuania to that playoff. This year saw fellow Nordics Sverige drop into Group C, so despite over 100 FIFA rankings between them, Sweden and the Faroe Islands are on equal footing going into this competition. So, who's in Group C4 with us? We kick off in front of the glorious Skansin against North Macedonia on the 7th of September. We've met them just once before, and it was quite recently, a friendly last March which we lost just 1-0. North Macedonia have never travelled to the Faroe Islands, but it used to be part of Yugoslavia, and Yugoslavia and the Faroe Islands have met 6 times, and Yugoslavia won all 6. 7-0 and 2-0 in 1991, 3-1 and 8-1 in 1996, and 2-0 and 6-0 in 2001. So hopefully a first competitive meeting with North Macedonia will result in a slightly better result than an average of nearly 5 goals a game. 3 days later we hop across to Latvia, if indeed you can hop 1100 miles. They played in Group D with us in the 2020 tournament when the Faroes got promoted out of the bottom tier. However, despite promotion, the Faroes could not beat Latvia, drawing 1-1 both times. Latvia got promoted with just 1 defeat from 5 last time out, so will be looking to hold their own against us again. In fact, in 5 games against Latvia, there have been 4 draws, with the Faroe Islands coming out as winners just once, a 2-0 win in Riga in 2016 for World Cup qualification. In October we play a home doubleheader, first against the final opponent in the group, Armenia, on October the 10th. Pretty remarkably, the Faroe Islands and Armenia have never actually played each other, so Armenia become the 52nd different country to play the Faroe Islands. They were relegated from Group B with 5 defeats from 6 and are probably the weakest of the B teams to have been relegated. Then a few days later, Latvia come back to town, a ground remember where they've never won. We finished the group with 2 away trips, firstly to Yerevan for our first trip to Armenia on the 14th of November, a flight of just 2,586 miles, and then a jaunt across to Skopje to play North Macedonia in the final game. Wait a minute, this seems like a weak group. Is this a weak group? Well, North Macedonia are 65th in the FIFA rankings, Armenia are 93rd, were 135th, and Latvia 137th. But I look at this table and I don't see relegation back to Group D on the cards. If anything, I see a better campaign than last time. It all kicks off in September, but before that we have 2 friendlies in March against Liechtenstein and Denmark, and in June the Faroe Islands are taking part in the Baltic Cup. This is a biennial competition between Latvia, Lithuania and Estonia, and has welcomed guest nations in the past. In 2012 and 2014 Finland took part, and in 2022 Iceland took part and won it. The Faroe Islands will play 4 times champs Estonia in the semi-final on the 8th of June, with a final or 3rd place playoff 3 days later. Can the Faroes repeat Iceland's success as a guest nation? We'll find out in June. Could this be the year the Faroe Islands win actual silverware? I'm already excited. Very quick side note, just to say that Anglesey was due to host the 2027 Island Games, but that has now been moved to Tórshavn because Anglesey didn't have the money, ran out of funds, couldn't get the sponsorship, so I've had to move the whole games to the Faroe Islands. Thanks for watching for another exciting year of Faroese football ahead, and I'll see you next time.